Me too. Cool.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Sports Factory podcast. I do have a couple of guests here with me today, and the guests can go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick. Tell the people who you are. John, you can go first.
Dallas Cowboys fan. Bill O'Brien protector.
Ooh, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
So what a title to have.
Yeah.
You're the only person ever, bro. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Jared, Denver Broncos fan, Denver sports all around. Yeah, maybe not as sad as a Texans fan, but still kind of sad, you know.
Yeah, you can't be as sad as this. Go ahead, Casey.
Yeah, Casey, Houston Texan fan. Not been the best of times as of late, but things will turn around soon, hopefully.
They won't. So today, before we start, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And another thing that's very important is to go to the timestamps. Timestamps will be in the comment section and it'll be in the description below. So today, I want to just jump into something, make it a little personal for you guys, right? And, just tell the people a little bit. I want you to just have a conversation with the people. We're all sports fans here. So I want to ask y'all, what got y'all into football? What moment, what player, what influence, what got y'all into this stressful ass sport that we watch? Because none of us, well, Jared, you've seen a championship, but besides Jared, none of us have ever seen a championship.
Rough, yeah.
So what got you into this extremely stressful sport that probably took 10 years off your life? Go ahead. Anyone can start.
Yeah, so it was really my family that got me into football. So Broncos won Super Bowl back-to-back, 97, 98. I was born in 97. So that was the height of everything. Growing up, we're all constantly watching Broncos. And that's just how I grew up. So I've loved them since I was a baby. I loved watching John Elway. It got rough in between. Tebow was nice. That was when the Tebow era was when I was old enough to understand football. Before I watched it just because there's a family thing, but understanding and enjoying football and understanding statistics and everything like that was really the Tebow era. So high school.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And John, what got you into football, bro?
I don't know. Me and my cousin, we used to just play in the backyard or whatever. I would be the receiver. He would be the QB. So one day we was watching football. This was, I don't know what year this was, but Terrell Owens was already playing for the Cowboys. And, I seen Tony Romo doing what he does best, going crazy. And then I seen T.O., doing what he does best, going crazy. And I was like, I like T.O. That's my favorite player. And that's how I started liking the Cowboys, even though I'm from Houston.
And yeah, a lot of Houston people don't like that boy. I thought you were from Dallas. First time you said you were a Cowboys fan, I thought you were Dallas, and I heard you from Houston. What's wrong with you? I thought something was wrong with you. All right, Casey, we got you.
Texans didn't get to me in time, so.
It's a good thing, actually. It's not. It's a good thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a good thing. Take it because at least you have the '90s. At least you can watch old tape of your team. I can't watch anything. There's nothing to watch.
Hoisting some tape. Or you guys hoisting on Lombardi. We don't even know what that feels like yet.
Y'all had something similar to slushies. No, hey, that period was nice, man. I went to my high school. It was a Sonic right across the street. Just
had to check the scores from Sunday and see if we got it or not.
I think our freshman year they were pretty good. So yeah.
That's stupid as hell, boy. That's good trolling right there, bro. He said something close as the slushies. We kept losing the playoffs. We couldn't have no freaking slushie that day. That's tough. All right, Casey, go ahead. What got you into football?
No, I played it when I was younger, and then became a Texan fan because back in my hometown, LaPorte, there was either two teams, the LaPorte Texans or the LaPorte Cowboys, and I ended up playing for the LaPorte Texans. So that's where that grew. Passion for the Houston Texans came from.
Do you wish that you played for the LaPorte Cowboys? I'm just kidding.
No, because one of my uncles was the athletic director for the Texans, for LaPorte Texans.
Oh, okay. So a good bias, right? I mean, do you think things could have changed, right? Do you think maybe in a different reality you could have just been born somewhere else or just played for a different, youth football team.
And I've always been raised to hate the Dallas Cowboys. That was from the get-go as I gotten older and got into more football. My dad, he's a San Francisco 49er fan, and he can't stand the Cowboys.
Oh, what makes sense?
But
Well,
I feel like I'd rather be a Texans fan. Like the Cowboys, we get our hopes up every year. That's like, I don't know. What I'm saying, out of the Texans and the Cowboys, I feel like
You're saying you'd rather have no hope than to get your hopes up?
Yes. You know how painful it is to think every year this is your year? And y'all think we playing like we actually believe that. So, you know, we have our hopes up and then we do good, then get in the playoffs and we fail. So that's pretty painful. I'd rather
the closest I can relate.
Because every time
I can relate to that. Go ahead.
Y'all never really, I mean, besides when you had Deshaun Watson, y'all never really, you know, like, okay, we probably win. Y'all going against Brady and stuff like that. Andrew Luck, you know, so it was like, but us, we go against, well,
Aaron Rodgers.
Man over there, you guys used to run into
Seahawks. We go, you know, so I was like, all right, whatever. But the Texans, like, I feel like if I was a Texans fan, I don't have any hope. And then
that's so sad.
Bill O'Brien.
Do you guys agree?
No, look, I tell you, I have some agreement to that in a sense, like, I can relate Cowboy fan to be like a Rockets fan with James Harden. That's how I relate that.
Okay.
Like, I feel happy and I have a good team, and then I face a team, and then just like the most unrealistic, stupid thing happens ever. And then it gets you just in your feelings all day. And the Cowboys, I've watched the Cowboys in multiple postseason games. I watched them against San Francisco. That was hilarious, right? That's something I've never seen before. You know, they do stuff that I've never seen before. That's beautiful. The Tony Romo fumble when he, you know, trying to get the snap for the field goal. I've never seen someone do that, especially like the starting quarterback be the one to hold the field goal and then mess that up. I've never seen that before. So that's I can see why. But for me, while I was a Texan fan, I don't know, it's terrible. I hate being a Texas fan, but we finally had a good year in 2011. We won 10 games. TJ Yates came in, and I was like, you know, they're good. Let me look into this, because for years they've been terrible. I don't want to invest in terrible, right? Who invests in bad stuff, right? Would you want to invest in FTX crypto? I don't know if you know what they're bankrupt if you didn't know that. But see, I invested into the Houston Texans. They were showing me some good returns. They lost to the Ravens in that, you know, playoffs. I was a little sad, but it's cool. Ed Reed was whooping our ass. It's cool. Ed Reed's a Hall of Famer, superstar. Cool. Then Matt Schaub came in. He was playing well. We said no to Peyton Manning. That was like stupid at first, but then, you know, Peyton Manning was kind of, you know, and Matt Schaub was killing it a little bit. We were 11-1. I was like, oh, Super Bowl. Maybe we get Super Bowl. And Casey, I think you know this. You remember the day. That's the Letterman jacket game. I know you remember that game. We went to New England. We had Letterman jackets. We were 11-1. And then Tom Brady, and then the other guy that I'm not gonna talk about because like he did some very dark things. If you know, you know. They destroyed us that day. He's a tight end. If he's a tight end who did something very terrible, he's no longer with us. You know. But they destroyed us. We were down 28-0. I said that's tough. Okay. Hopefully we can come back from that. Andrew Luck said, let me get a turn in. And then they beat us. And then we lost the 1 seed to the 3 seed. Peyton Manning. Hello, Denver. Y'all were the 1 seed. Pissed me off. Ran back into Tom Brady. Whooped our ass. Repeat. Recycle. And that's just how it's been. And Bill O'Brien get added in and ruin everything. But, yeah, it's terrible. I see. John, I don't know, man.
I'm just messing with you, bro. Who paid? What was that QB you guys paid? Like all that money? And I think he
Osweiler, 72 million.
Osweiler. Huh?
What year was that?
2016.
2016, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and then that lasted 1 year. Then we're like, we can't keep him. We gotta get a quarterback.
Brown
Set it up for the shot.
But I was so confused, bro. Like Brock Osweiler confused me, bro. Like I didn't like because he was in Denver and he beat the Patriots. And I was like, oh crap! Like he was cool.
Yeah.
Like this is cool. And then we got him. And Denver, y'all wanted to be like, no, we got him. Ha ha ha! And then freaking, we had to trade away a 2nd round pick to get rid of him. We gave someone a pick to get rid of Brock Osweiler.
Yeah. Yeah, he went 5-2 in Denver though as a starter.
That's how you know. That's how you know, bro.
Yeah.
You understand, Jared, you understand, like, when we talk about plot, right? You understand how it works, right? Because your city is more successful than mine ever will be. You've been to, what, 5 Super Bowls?
In total, like 9.
Oh, hello.
Our Super Bowl winning percentage is terrible. We go to a lot of Super Bowls, but we don't win them.
Well, we go to none of them and don't win anything.
Well, yeah.
Don't even see the conference championship game.
Yeah, we have never made that either. But hey, look. I
think everyone in our division since we've been a team has made it at least once.
Ain't that stupid too? Ever since Bill O'Brien was the freaking thing about ever since Bill O'Brien in the span of Bill O'Brien's tenure as a head coach for the Texans, we win the division most of the time, and every single team in the weak AFC South made the conference championship game. And not only that, but actually looked competitive, right? Like the Jaguars had a 10-point lead at New England. The freaking Tennessee had a 10-point lead in Kansas City. Like, and why can't we do that? They wild card teams and stuff. What is happening? Bill O'Brien, for sure, forever, bro.
I think 2 of those 3 years that happened that we won a division, and they just happened to get in and made the run.
Bruh. Oh my goodness. And, hey, John, remember that Baltimore Ravens team that beat down the Texans, right? Remember that team? Tennessee went in Baltimore and just took them out. Bow in the postseason. Tennessee went in and took them out. Because and the stupid thing is the coach, our defensive coordinator, went to Tennessee and he turned out to be some freaking brilliant coach, Mike Vrabel, and I'm still stuck with stupid Bill O'Brien. It's all just terrible.
Yeah, but the Titans, they was on one that year because they had just beat the Patriots and they was up like 10 points to the Chiefs. So that year they was.
That year was the Kansas City year when we were up like 24-0. Anybody I was watching that game with, I was looking past the Titans already. I was like, after we beat the Chiefs, the Titans, I ain't nothing to worry about. We're going right past them. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that the other week.
Wow. That is terrible, boy. Oh, man. I knew I went to sleep, bro. After that game, bro, I took the longest nap ever. But I didn't watch. I think the Packers faced San Francisco the next game. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know the score. I just looked the other day, bro. I had to look at that the other day. There was no way I was watching football forever. I legit thought about retiring from watching football. And then he just trades Hopkins for a cheese sandwich.
Only reason I knew what the score that we got blown out is I saw some tweet on Twitter that saying that they ran out of fireworks because we couldn't stop them from scoring. I didn't even know what the score was. I was like, man, it's got to be that bad.
Yeah, it was.
That's okay. Rough. That's okay. All right, I'll move on to the next topic before I smash my computer. What team? Okay, so y'all obviously, I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes. Actually, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give each of y'all 2 minutes. I want you to tell me. What report card would you give your favorite football team? Your football team right now, what report card would you give them and tell me why? Is it an A+? You give them a C? Do you give them an F? Tell me why. And I'll start. Jared, I'll let you go, man. Ooh. What report card would you give beautiful Russell Wilson and his loving Christian family and his wonderful team he plays for?
See, that's hard. Man, I don't know. Probably maybe a C+.
He passed. He passed. Good for him.
It's been very disappointing from all the hype from the offseason. But if you think first-time head coach, first-time offensive coordinator, Russell Wilson not wanting to be mobile, which is kind of what he does and what he needs to do to be successful, are one of probably the most reliable receiver being gone for the season, our number one running back being gone for the season, and all the other. Tim Patrick.
Oh, I thought it was Judy.
No. Okay. Tim Patrick, he doesn't really drop passes like Judy does, which is what Russell would have needed. Our tight end one, we didn't even really... But, I mean, out of all those things, I think we've done okay. Not great. I think we have the number one pass defense. Our run defense is actually pretty bad.
Oh, it is.
So I think we lose to the Titans this week because our run defense is trash. But new ownership group, it's a lot of new, and for all the new, I think we're doing okay. I don't think we can get any worse. So my hope continues to rise. Yeah, I give him a C, maybe a C+.
Okay. All right, John. What report card for your wonderful Cowboys, man?
I'll probably give him like a A- or something like that. Yeah, I mean we got I'll say the number one defense.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, talk it. Yeah.
Defense, top 3 cornerback, Michael Parsons, top 3 defensive player, maybe NFL player if you want to go that far.
That's far. That's high.
That's pretty far.
I don't know. That's far.
Wow. This is what he's been able to do and come, because in 2020 we had the worst defense in the league. In fact, we was like historically bad. So to change just within 2 years is like crazy. And I'm pretty sure it's because of him and I forget the defensive coordinator name.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah. So everything is just flowing. Now, as far as for offense, we got Tony Pollard, Zeke.
It's good, yeah.
Dak is back, and if Dak get hurt, we still got Cooper Rush.
Best quarterback in the league. That's what you got, Cooper Rush, buddy.
He win games. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say he's better than Dak, but he does win games. So
you said he's better than Dak?
Huh?
You said he's better than Dak?
TikTok moments.
Say that just yet. But if Dak lose another game, like a big game, because he lost to Tampa, but the Rams, I don't know, are the Rams a good team? Because we celebrated the Rams win, but now it's looking like it's not that impressive. So beat the Bengals or whatever. So yeah, I'll give us like an A-. And I'll drop, if we lose to the Eagles again, I'll drop it to like a B+.
No, if you lose to the Packers, then you drop it to an F. Because there's no way you can lose to Aaron Rodgers with his team now. If this is your time to abolish and destroy Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's awful. I have him on fantasy, and he consistently lets me down. If he goes to Dallas, this is in Dallas, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
If he goes to Dallas and he just throws like 6 touchdowns, then there's like something really wrong. Like, you need a trade for Aaron Rodgers so you can never lose again, because he loves playing in Dallas. He just loves Dallas. Didn't he win a Super Bowl in Dallas?
Yeah. If we lose to them, I won't count that against them, because it's just like, it's our kryptonite. Just
That's
how the Jags are always beating the Colts when it mattered, last year in order to get in the playoffs. There's no way they should have lost to them. And then this year, like, they held them scoreless. So it's just one of them type of things. So I won't hold that against them. But if we lose to like a team we should definitely beat, if we're gonna be the top dog, should be the Eagles. And if we lose to them, then I'll drop them down to like a B+ or something.
That's been on Saturday Night Football. That's a good game. All right, Casey, what's your report card on this F- team?
It is F-, but we're rebuilding. We're trying to get a bunch of young talent and start basically all over again. Other than that, they got some good pieces. Like, I like the running back we got, the Damian Pierce. I really like him a lot.
Yeah.
Our defense plays hard, even though our offense don't really do much for him, so it doesn't really show. It doesn't show anything.
Offense is terrible, bro. Offense
is terrible.
I get
tired of watching run. I'm like, man, just let them throw it, see what happens.
When we faced Tennessee, bro, I fell asleep on the game 1,000%. I was tired. I wasn't tired before. I was energetic. I went to watch the game. That's narcolepsy, bro. That was tiring to watch. We had like 3 points. I think the Astros had more home runs than freaking Texans in points. They're so stupid. Like, what's wrong with you? You get 7 points per. You get 7 points per touchdown. What are you doing? It's freaking stupid. Bill O'Brien, I'm telling you, bro. If I see you, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's always.
He's going back to go to Auburn. I heard he got the head coaching job over there.
I'm gonna watch that.
They got a new dean of the school and everything going over there.
If he do, I don't know how you get jobs. I don't know how you get jobs when you commit malpractice. I don't know how you do that. Like, how a doctor kill his patients and keep getting jobs in other hospitals. That don't make no sense. Okay, well, you say F-.
I say I wouldn't say F-. Really, probably like a D+. We got a bunch of young guys. They're, we got to wait and develop them and see if we can continue hitting in the draft.
I'm gonna say F-. And the reason I'm gonna say F- is because I hate the Texans so much, because I have to like them because I live in Houston. That's the only reason, and they freaking trap me into this crap. But I can tell, and Casey, you can tell when a team just does not have plot. Like, they're not going to succeed. I believe I could live to 85 years old and never see that team win. I believe that. I literally can never see the Houston Texans hold a Lombardi trophy. That doesn't correlate properly. I don't see that. Every team, there's 4 teams that have never been to a Super Bowl, right? Well, Cleveland's cursed. I'm not even talking about Cleveland. They curse. But Detroit, Jacksonville, and us. We were 2002. I'm older than the Texans, right? So you can say we're young, right? And that's what I used to say with them Cowboy fans. I know them Cowboy fans when John, when we were all arguing, like, we're a young team, man. Chill out, man. Deshaun Watson, this and that, and But then Bill O'Brien freaking blew my freaking brains out, and now I can't do anything. There's nothing to say. Like, the Cowboys play us, we're gonna lose by like 40. Like, if we beat y'all, that's freaking crazy. We have a pass to get on y'all forever. If this freaking Texan team, who lost to Malik Willis, the quarterback from Tennessee, if we beat y'all, that's crazy. You have nothing to say to us.
He threw the ball 5 times that game. I was like, this is ridiculous. we know what they're doing, and we still can't stop them.
That's so stupid, John. There's no way. There's no way.
Henry's doing.
They didn't even do much. All they did was turn around and just give him the ball. They didn't even try to hide the fact that that's all they want to do.
Derrick Henry's 200 yards against the Texans, like a walking 200 yards. I have never seen that in my life.
Every time.
I've never seen, like, what he's doing. What is his average against us? I need to know that. It's probably like 205 yards a game. That has to be an NFL record too.
A couple of times we held him like that year we had, was it 2019 when Tannehill just started? I think we held him under 100. We broke some streak that he was having that year.
Never again, huh? Never again. Okay, let me ask y'all another question. All right, so I want to know. So think of your team's history, right? Your full team's history. What player did you hate the most on your team? Whether it's something they did off the field, whether it's their selling, like they sold too much, they kept sucking, or whether they were robbing the franchise of money, right? They got old too quick, or as a terrible free agent signing. What player do you historically hate the most? Anyone can go first. I know everyone has a player they hate the most that play for their team. So anyone can go. But
I have a list of quarterbacks from Peyton Manning to Russell Wilson that are on the list. Those would be easy picks. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go Garrett Bowles, our left tackle. When we drafted him, for I think 3 years in a row, he led the league in holding penalties. That guy. Killed every drive from like 2017 to 2020. That
dang, walking 10-yard penalty, huh?
Yeah.
That's tough, buddy. Mm-hmm. Wait, what years would he play for y'all?
I think we drafted him in 2017 with Paxton Lynch, who was also up there on the list.
Oh, that could be up there. Paxton Lynch is a super bust. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a terrible player.
Yeah.
All right. John, who you pick?
I'm gonna be honest. As Cowboy fans, we don't hate any of our players, so
that's crazy.
That's kind of hard to say. You know how hard we go for Tony Romo, O Brien, Dak, Zeke. Like, the only player we can probably say is Jason Garrett, but that's about it.
But hey, look, there was a division. Y'all had a division. Y'all had like Dak lovers and Dak haters. I remember when we used to work together, and there was people who really loved Dak and really hated Dak. And I love when and the perfect way to get Cowboy fans to go at it, because you got just if they argue with you, just find a way to put Dak in the conversation, and then let them argue with each other, and then that just probably just sit back and just watch it, and that means you won. That was good times. But
me personally, I never hated Dak though. I mean, people talked about him 2017 when we lost Zeke, but I can't really remember any like superstar receivers we had. I don't remember anybody. So once he got Amari Cooper, like his stats went up drastically. So it's almost as if you need like a star receiver, like somebody like I'm not gonna say no names who you need, but you know what I'm talking about. And hey, when y'all lost, that name we don't name, what y'all went like 4-12 that year or something?
Yeah, I mean Watson played well that year though. He did play well.
Yeah, led the league in passing.
He did play well.
Y'all couldn't run the ball, so
we couldn't. So you had to pass it, yeah. But
we were also down most of the time. People keep that was it.
You look. Cleveland fans gonna hate you because you always find a way to troll Deshaun Watson, whether it's subtle or whether it's direct. But I ain't a Deshaun Watson fan no more. He's not a good guy. I'm not a fan of his. That's Cleveland fans. Cleveland fan, I'm gonna bring. Who was the Cleveland fan? Was it Harrison? I'm gonna bring him on here and let him go at you because I ain't got nothing. I'm chilling.
I'm a fan of what the 3 picks so far. What are those 3 picks turned into? One of them right now is just the guard we got, Kenyon Green. I think his name was, or Kenyon Green.
Kenyon Green. Mike Casey, tell me who you hate the most, bro.
I was no players, mostly the one infamous coach. that's
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you mine. Mine is Jacoby Jones. Jacoby Jones is like freaking crazy. Cause freaking Jacoby Jones, bro, he did punt return and kickoff return, right? We faced Baltimore. He fumbled twice and Baltimore covered. Pissed me off. Playoff game. We need to win the game to like advance, right? We lose the game. He goes to Baltimore the next year and has one of the most mind-blowing postseasons I have ever seen in my life. He had that miracle catch at Denver. He had 108-yard returns in the Super Bowl. Like, what is this? Where did this come from? Who are you? If he did that for us, we'd be successful, right? I can't. That was a whole different player. I don't know. Something wrong with Houston, bro. That's why I moved out of Houston, bro. Something wrong with Houston. Something in the ground or something. Some type of, I don't know. It's freaking cursed. Casey, the Astros did win, but like 2 years from now, they're going to say we cheated or something. I don't know. Something going to happen. It's going to piss me off. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that, bro. Because the day after the Texans blew that 24-0 lead, the day after, they told me, oh, the Astros cheated in the World Series, so it doesn't mean anything either. I couldn't get a couple weeks. I couldn't lift off the one crap that I got this too. Nah. That's cap. Okay. But Casey, you said only
one
Bill O'Brien.
coach, Bill O'Brien, but the rant would last basically the whole episode, so we'll just let it be at that.
Hey, babe, John loves Bill O'Brien, though, I'll tell you that. John does. He do love Bill O'Brien.
Great play caller. Now, as a head coach, I can't get behind that, but play calling, second to none.
But hey, we had 30-minute combo.
Yeah, at the time of him considered a great play caller, he was over there with Tom Brady. I didn't see any of that great play calling when they were over in Houston. I got tired of seeing run and try to figure it out from third down. Offensive line was always terrible.
I see John breaking it down. Look at John. He's breaking down like he trying to find plays and stuff in his head. Like, oh, I remember when he did this and two. No.
The Patriots game.
I didn't watch every single game, but from the the games I did watch, like the games against the Patriots and the game against even the Bills, the game against the Chiefs before everything went downhill. Like I don't know, it looked like great play calls to me. It's just.
are you talking about the wide receiver pass where DeAndre Hopkins threw that pass to Deshaun when we played the Patriots?
Yeah, I remember that. I think they caught that though.
Or is that the game?
Yeah, definitely that was an audible. They called at the line.
Yeah, that wasn't Bill O'Brien who did that one. Yeah.
Those are a lot of teams run those type of plays. It's hit and miss. So sometimes it wins, sometimes it loses. I mean, I seen Cooper Rush. I seen Christian McCaffrey. I see all type of guys throwing passes that shouldn't be throwing passes. But
man, Bill O'Brien, are you hiding Bill O'Brien somewhere? Why? What's up? What's up with your Bill O'Brien look? What's up with this Bill O'Brien?
I gotta ask him.
Where's the love? I'm just saying, like, you can't give him all his hate.
I guess I can.
Accomplish some good things.
That dude traded DeAndre Hopkins away for a second round pick, broken down running back.
Once again,
that same day, the Vikings were able to trade Trevon Diggs, who was not better than DeAndre Hopkins, for a first, a second, and like a fifth.
That was a bad trade.
That's the worst trade I've ever seen in my life. I have never seen a team fail so I don't see what the benefit was at all for the Texan side of that trade. That is an inside deal. That is illegal.
We get a pick swap. Then we swap like fourth.
We got a pick swap. Like that don't help. That's an inside deal. 1,000%. That is an inside deal. Yeah, that's rigged. They should have that. They don't have that in Madden. You can't make that trade in Madden. Even if you took off the trade demand, even if you took out, you could force that trade and it still won't go through. There's no way that happens.
David Johnson's in the league right now.
He's not.
After we didn't re-sign him, no one else picked him up.
Because he's awful.
He's bad.
Yeah, he was terrible. He was absolutely terrible.
I'm not a football coach, and I can tell that. How come a football coach who's been in the league for 20 years coaching don't know that? Look, John, I'm gonna tell you. You say he's a good play caller. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That year, the 2019 year, bro, I was seeing everybody, Lamar Jackson thriving with a bunch of no-name receivers besides Mark Andrews, freaking, Patrick Mahomes killing it. I'm like, bro, I got freaking DeAndre Hopkins, I got Will Fuller, speedster. I think we had Kenny Stills too. Decent receiving core. Why the heck we scored 30 points the whole year 3 times. 3 times. To me, that's underachieving. 3 times for 16, 17, 18 games scoring 30 points, and twice was against the Chiefs. And one time we just lost by 20. We lost 51-31, so that's that blow game. Again, we had like a 24-point head start with that type crap. That's terrible. So I was like, I don't know how all these people just keep getting wide open. Like Lamar Jackson got these like Willie Snead and he's just wide open. But Hopkins got to do these contested touchdowns and stuff. Like you got to do these basketball touchdowns all the time. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, man. You saying he a good play caller? Hey, maybe
he's doing that now. He's not the type of person to get a lot of separation. He's just, he's gonna go up and catch it like he did against the Bills. You remember that?
No, that Hail Mary pass?
One of the greatest. That was a nice play. I mean, but that's the type of receiver. He's not. If you're looking for him to get a lot of separation, he's just not. He has the best hands in the league. If you throw him the ball, he's gonna catch it. He's not gonna. Amari Cooper is, that's a great route runner. But he's not. I mean, his route running is good, but his catching is a little less than DeAndre Hopkins. So it's give or take. You won't see DeAndre Hopkins open like that. You won't see him wide open, but you will see him make every play. It's like he's a good receiver or something.
You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. You should have your own show. All right, I'm gonna ask another question now. I'm making it more happy now. Bring more happy vibes. Last time I said, what was the worst moment as a sports fan you had? I want you to tell me what is the best football moment that you had as a sports fan. Jared, this should be very easy for you, but
yeah.
So I'm gonna discount. I'm gonna take that away. That's too easy. You're the only one with success. I'm gonna take that away. Don't
All
count
right.
Super Bowl 50. What's the best moment as a sports fan?
I think when Peyton Manning broke the touchdown record.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
He did it against us too. I remember that. He did it against us. Yeah.
I believe it was also in Houston.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We had the battle red jerseys too. Yeah.
Yeah, battle reds. I was about to say that too. We're in battle reds.
We should stop wearing that.
Yeah, that was a big moment.
So much plot, man. You're good. Good for you. Good for you, man. We could have had Peyton Manning. Tough. John, go ahead.
I mean, that's pretty tough. Like, we haven't had any moment that's just like.
It's been good.
Yeah. I guess against the Lions, that was probably the best, but it wasn't like. It wasn't fulfilling. There
gotta be another moment.
Any moments. Well, since I've been alive, we haven't had any moments where I was just like, "Wow, this is amazing," because like next week, it could be all. I guess when we beat Seattle.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I
expected us to win that game. We were overachieving at that point. So I'm like, okay, but then again, next week, I'm not. You remember what happened next week, right?
Who y'all play next week?
That. I won't say his name, but that running back came and had like 200 yards and
Wait,
who was that?
Hold on.
Who was that? I'm tripping. Who was that?
I forget his name. I think it's it was some big back. I forgot his name.
Who he played for?
CJ Anderson.
Yeah, I think it was him for the Rams. Remember the year they went to the Super Bowl and they lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, that was the year that he was going on.
Yeah, it would have been
really
CJ.
Freaky. I'm thinking, bro. I was thinking you talking about the Tony Romo days. You talking about Dak Prescott days. That's what you talking about.
When we beat Seattle, in the playoffs.
Okay, I forget.
I should have specified that.
Because that's the two best. Being in Seattle is probably your two best moments. I would say, when Tony Romo did that move on J.J. Watt, you talk about that all the time.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that was. That's one. Top 5 QB?
Of what? Of his generation or of all time?
Not of all time. Just.
Let's see. I want to see if the homerism.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Of his generation, in the league that year, maybe.
Wait.
What would his generation be considered of? I guess like Aaron Rodgers,
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew
both the
Brees.
Mannings.
Oh, he said Eli better. Eli's more successful. He was
both the Mannings.
Yeah, if you started in the 90s or
Rivers.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, I'd probably take him over Tony.
Yeah,
that's fair.
At that time, Joe Flacco was elite.
But you put Tony on that Steelers team, and let's see what they'll do. So
He probably throw an interception at the end of the game, probably.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't.
Tony was cool, man. It was literally every fourth quarter. I just expect the interception. It was weird, and it literally happened almost all the time. Not all like when it's important games.
2014, like he didn't have any. I don't think so, if I'm remembering correctly. No, he didn't have any uh-ohs or anything like that. No interceptions that were like at the end of the game. He made the throw to Dez, so he just needed his opportunity to show that he could finish the game. He didn't get it.
You know the game I remember the most with Tony Romo, and this brings both of y'all in. This brings Jared in. Cowboys at Broncos. It was like 51-48. And Tony and Peyton, this is MVP Peyton, were gunning back and forth. Bow, bow, bow. Tony had like 500 yards and like 5 touchdowns. And Peyton I think he had a rushing touchdown. It was a crazy day. Peyton Manning had a rushing touchdown. But then Tony Romo, I was actually rooting for the Cowboys because Peyton Manning was like the Broncos were getting a little, I'm sorry, Jared, the Broncos getting a little like cocky. Y'all were like 4-0 and everybody, and I was like, I don't like all that. I wanted that to end. But Tony Romo threw the interception. I was like, dang, I should have saw that coming, bro. So
Yeah, I remember that game.
that was a good. I mean, it was a good game, but I didn't have a good ending for you. But that's or the RG3 game. RG3 when he was whooping y'all, that was a good game too. You remember all these games? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I remember RG3 going crazy.
All right, all right, Casey. Yo, Sean, what's a good moment that we do not have as a Texas fan? What's a good moment?
As a Texan fan, there ain't much really talking about. I guess the 2019 season when we beat the Bills, no one expected that. I remember watching little ESPN, little analysts all pick the Bills, and we all made that major comeback and won in overtime, but that gets overshadowed by what happened literally the next week.
They do, yeah. I know, John, you were talking mess about that, though. You like, you said Deshaun choked in that, something like that. You saying some type of mess.
Yeah, it was 16-0. You know, he got carried by Josh Allen and the defense.
Man, that was that one game. He carried us that game. Defense
finally
showed up.
He did carry. At the end of the game, he had that one move where he like got hit and he spun around and threw the pass. He got in
dumped it off to some no-name practice squad running back I never heard of ever again.
That wasn't impressive, John. When Deshaun did that wasn't impressive.
Yes, it was. It was a nice play.
It was a good play. It was a game-winning play for a playoff game. You know, that was good. Dak don't have many of those.
They got the same amount of wins, I believe, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's Deshaun ain't played for a year or 2 years or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, Dak, he missed a couple years too.
No, he missed a year, but Deshaun has literally not played for 2 seasons. Like, just not has played football for 2 seasons.
Has not been able to play.
Yeah, but it's Deshaun's fault, right?
I mean, he had the best receiver in the league, so
yeah, but we can't.
You said what?
We can't beat Mahomes. Ain't nobody beat Mahomes though. You can't beat Mahomes, man.
Yeah, you can't beat that storyline. That
That's good. You can't beat that. So that's all.
Y'all defense didn't show up that game.
It never do. When Bill O'Brien coached, it never do.
They showed up the week before that. They only gave up 16 points.
Yeah.
Something like that. But still, we were still like down like 13-0 at halftime. That didn't make any sense.
And we're always down something to nothing at halftime.
Yep, at half.
We came back and won. Right?
I don't blame. I hate him so much. Yeah, we won. Yeah, we came back. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. He called the right plays to get y'all to win.
Nah, I don't know about that.
If you gonna say the next week he didn't call the right plays,
he didn't do it. Bill O'Brien was just awful every week, but he gets carried by the talent. Straight up, that's what I believe to this day. The talent we had carried that man to success, and he didn't have as much because you clearly underachieve if the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans make the AFC Championship before you. You clearly have underachieved.
I'll say majority of coaches get carried by talent. There's only a few that don't.
We got monumentally carried. Legit, I need a better coach. He was so awful. If he was on an average team, they'd be the worst team in the league easily.
That was us like that year. Like 2020, we were like 0-5 before we finally fired him.
And boy, I cried that day. I cried tears of joy that day. But I was happy that day. I couldn't believe it. He
and
finally
finished the season.
Huh?
Well, obviously, we're not gonna fit. We still he still did damage.
4-12. I mean, them 4-12 at least won a game. We were 0-5.
That is a better average. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the first team y'all faced was the Chiefs.
Okay.
What y'all play after that?
I think the Ravens, probably Ravens.
So the Chiefs and the Ravens, right? That's how y'all played the season. And then
we played the Steelers.
We played the Colts at some point.
Then we faced the Vikings.
The Vikings, and then who? Y'all
I
finally
don't
won
know.
against.
I forgot. Whoever we won against, that's a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It was Jacksonville. We beat Jacksonville.
Hey, Jesse, you know what Lamar do, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, look, Lamar can.
That's how y'all start y'all season. Of course, y'all probably not gonna win those games.
I know, but we weren't competitive. We were easily destroyed. No, we were competitive in the first quarter. David Johnson scored, and everyone was like, what?
Against the Chiefs?
No, we lost convincingly.
Yeah, it was I think the score was 51-31 in that one as well.
Then it kind of just got away. I think your boy threw a. Yeah, I can't remember, so I'm not gonna speak on it.
Yeah, I mean, look, he lost his talent. He lost Hopkins. Hopkins and Deshaun was supposed to be the super duo, and freaking got robbed because of a cheeseburger. I don't know. You trade him for David Johnson in a second round pick. Everyone's teasing me. That's freaking stupid.
You know that second round pick we traded him for, not even on our team no more.
Ain't that tough?
He's on the Vikings. Huh?
I say Bill O'Brien went out swinging.
He did, boy. He went out shooting. Freaking, he traded Clowney for a third round pick. He went out shooting something. He was crazy. He was just dealing, just wheeling, dealing like Oprah. He just giving out stuff to people. That's what he was doing.
That was before the 29th season. Whenever he had 4 trades in an hour, I was like, God damn, who woke him up?
God.
Oh yeah, he traded Laramie. He traded Laramie Tunsil. I remember that, and I was like, that whole offseason, like, bro, let's get a left tackle. Deshaun Watson literally had a collapsed lung. Let's go and get a left tackle. I feel like that's important. Right? Your quarterback has a collapsed lung and he can't fly to a city because, he might die in the air. We should probably get a left tackle, right? They go the whole time, don't draft a left tackle. They're about to start some undrafted guy. And then we face the Cowboys. We get blanked facing the Cowboys in the preseason. I think Lamar Miller tears ACL. Everything goes terrible that game. And he's like, you know what? Let's just make the most trades ever. And we traded Laramie Tunsil. We got Laramie Tunsil for 2 first-round picks. And then, we still we took so it's yeah.
Traded a 5th rounder for Carlos Hyde.
We traded Clowney for a 3rd round pick, bro. That's a number 1 overall player too.
What do you think Clowney should have went for?
What?
Huh?
I said, what do you think Clowney should have went for?
The all pro Clowney? What should he have gone for?
Yeah, what do you think he should have went for?
At least the first.
I mean, one who wanted to lead the Browns, but nobody picked him up. You talking about that Clowney?
I mean, that's now. You can bamboozle people. That Clowney didn't exist when we traded him.
Yeah.
That's just who he always been. He not healthy. I'm not even gonna get into that. But I was just wondering.
No, his trade value was definitely higher earlier in his career.
It was much higher. It was much higher.
Especially whenever he was asking for $18 million.
Yeah,
I think that's how much it was for him at the time.
Underachieving at that point.
I think he could have gone a second and a third, maybe not a first.
But he it's not like it was JJ Watt or something.
Shit.
Casey, I know I'm going to see JJ Watt.
That brings me to my next. That brings me to my next question. I want to know who do you believe on your team as the most overrated player has ever played for your team? And Casey, I'm gonna start with you, man.
I mean, as he got older, I would say J.J. Watt. We were still building a defense around somebody that didn't need a defense built around him. He had a whole new shoulder, leg, and everything basically on his body was repaired. Continually paying that dude ridiculous amounts of money to try to rebuild a defense around him when we could have got some value back for him. And then when we did let him go, we didn't get nothing for him. We just let him go.
Now, do you think so do you think his contributions to Houston was worth that, the Harvey stuff and, being such a humanitarian for Houston? Do you think that was worth paying him a little extra money, keeping him on the team? You think so? Well, you blanked out, so maybe you don't think so. All right. Jared, yeah. I want you to go.
Okay. So this player actually just left our team. I'd say Bradley Chubb.
For real?
Yeah. I think his production for what... Okay. It also could be because when we drafted him, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen were still on the board. Okay. I don't think I ever got over that. But his production wasn't that great, and he's injury prone. So I was actually very happy with this trade with Miami.
I thought he was. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Bradley Chubb was like really good. I really thought so.
I did too. Maybe it's just because of like what the media say, but I haven't like sat down and watched him play, so I can't. Really
He's definitely an above average player. I think Broncos fans were expecting like a Von Miller equivalent, and holding him up to that light, is kind of disappointing.
What's the most sacks he got in the season?
What was that?
What's the most sacks did he have in the season?
I think it was his rookie season. I think he had 11.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and then he missed a lot of other games and hasn't reached that number since.
Tough. All right, John. Anybody on your team believe overrated?
I'm gonna say this just because he left and I want him to stay. I'll say DeMarco Murray, probably. That day he was with us, he went crazy, and then after that, he fell off.
He went to the Eagles. Did he go to the Eagles?
He went off to the Eagles. I mean, I don't know his stats. His stats probably were still above average, but it's different from stats and like notoriety. So I don't know if he was still the player he was. I mean, if you got that star in your head, like everybody's gonna know if you're good or bad. But once he went to the Eagles, like I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't good anymore once he left. Like
he finished his career with the Titans. Actually, I remember playing him a couple times.
Was he good with the Titans?
No.
You say no?
I don't remember him being that. I just know he was on the team.
Oh yeah,
I think that was whenever they were making that transition to Derrick Henry. Whenever he was there.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I used to watch him a little bit. Yeah, we made him.
We made him. Yeah, what a bold statement. Good for you.
Built him in the lab, and he left. I can't remember. I think he wanted to get paid, which honestly, I guess that is fair because he had like 2,000, I believe, that year. So he was going crazy. So it was
like 1,800. I think it was like 1,800.
Everybody, because I remember everyone like, oh, y'all got the line. That's why he's so good. I guess they were right, but me, like, no, he's a good running back, and then he left. So that's really. It's probably Aaron Rodgers' fault. Like after 2014, when we didn't go to the Super Bowl, everything just fell apart.
I got you. Okay, so this leads to another question I actually wanted to ask was.
Oh, well, what about you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, everyone sucks. I ain't gonna lie. Everyone was rated. Everyone was rated what they were, and they just sucked or they did suck. Because I just knew they sucked. I mean, you could say Clowney a little bit because like the injuries were kind of like. So that kind of hurts my argument with the draft higher, get a higher trade for Clowney. But at the same time, you can bamboozle people, right? I easily could because he was an all-pro still. It's just I wanted more from him. Kept getting hurt. Tough. He was supposed to be freaking like Bruce Smith. We could have drafted Aaron Donald. That's freaking terrible. Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt would have set records in this world. I promise. It would have been absolutely ridiculous. We could have probably gone to a Super Bowl, which is those two. That's freaking crazy to have on the same team.
Yeah. What was it? Draft 2014. I don't think Watt played a full season after that until about like 2020.
No, 2014, the year he played a full season, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. That was the 20
sack. Yeah, when he came to MVP, but that was the same year we drafted Clowney.
But Clowney barely played.
Yeah,
Clowney, if Donald freaking played, Donald was defensive freaking rookie of the year. Imagine you had that. That would have been stupid. That's tough. But we make mistakes all the time, right? We're the Texans. I wanted to bring this up too. Speaking of Watt and Donald, I wanted to say first off, I'm gonna say this. This is a question I'm gonna ask, and I'm gonna answer it first. What is the biggest hot take you have historically in the NFL? Now, I'm gonna go first. J.J. Watt in his prime is better than Aaron Donald. Everybody hyping up Aaron Donald. I have been hyping up Aaron Donald a lot. He's a top 5 defensive player all time. He got Super Bowl. He got plot. Good for him. J.J. Watt in his prime was the best thing I've ever seen in terms of pass rushing. Like, that's why them Cowboy fans keep talking about Tony Romo escaped it. Because that was super J.J. Watt. And they take pride in that moment. They take pride in that. Good for y'all. But J.J. Watt, with the 220 sack seasons, no other player's ever done that. 3 defensive player of the years is tied with Aaron Donald and Lawrence Taylor. And the fact he had that one year, he had pick sixes and fumble recovery touchdowns and
touchdown too.
He had 3 receiving touchdowns.
Receiving touchdown.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. Like, who does that? No one does that. You're a defensive end, 3-4 defensive end. You don't do that. Who has pick sixes? 80-yard pick sixes? Nah, you tripping. Aaron Donald, he cool. He had that 120 sack season. He did. Good for him. But nah, he just has more plot. He's in L.A. That's a better city than Houston when it comes to winning. So, of course, he's going to win a Super Bowl eventually, right? The glamour and the glitz and the lights. We had Matt Schaub, and then, Deshaun Watson was cool. But then, he's not with us no more because I can't talk about that because I ain't trying to get canceled. I'm telling you. And, we got no plot. Good for Aaron Donald. But J.J. Watt, I'm taking prime J.J. Watt over Aaron Donald any day. But, yeah, y'all go ahead. Tell me what's an unpopular take you have that you know of.
It kind of agrees with your take. I think Aaron Donald is grossly overrated.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, how many years has he been top 3 in the NFL top 100 list?
Yeah, he's been number 1 a couple times. Probably.
Yeah, I don't think he should be up there at all. He's a good player. He's definitely not that good. I don't think I'd ever consider him the best player in the NFL in any position.
Do you think he's a top 5 defensive player of all time?
I have to think about it. I give him top 10. I don't know about top 5.
Do you think prime? Where's prime JJ Watt on that for you? On that list.
I need to sit down and look at stats.
Prime.
Maybe like 2 or 3.
Good. He was my guy too. He could have had it. Then his whole body fell apart. That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think he's super overrated.
All right. Well, yeah. LA fans come for you.
Yeah.
John, what you think, man? What's a good take or unpopular take?
Well, since I know a lot of people probably hate this, I'll say Trevon Diggs, his 11 interception season last year was more impressive than people think.
Oh, I thought you was gonna compare it to someone else. I thought you were gonna say something like a Deion Sanders or Darrell Reeves or something like that.
No. See, that's what people made the mistake. They thought Cowboy fans, we thought that he was Deion Sanders or Reeves. We knew he wasn't. He's a different type of cornerback. He gave up a lot of yards, but I'll tell you this, people didn't care about yards before him. Like, if you tell me who was the worst cornerback in the league or who gave up the most yards in 2017 or the years before that, I believe most people probably couldn't name it. Do you know who gave up the most yards prior to last year?
I have. Is he probably because it's a terrible corner, though?
Yeah.
It's probably because the corner is terrible, though.
What about the year before that?
It's probably because the corner is terrible.
It's because those corners didn't get like the hype and the love that Diggs got.
But I'm just saying, like, giving up yards it's not like he didn't give up that many yards the way people think. Like, if you watch a lot of our games, we were blowing teams out. Like, I think we beat the Eagles that year, like, it was about like 50-24 or something like that. So, like Casey would say, Dak had a lot of trash yards. Well, teams are gonna throw the ball if your team is up by like 50 and 30 points. So of course people are gonna throw the ball more at him because they're down. So that's kind of like why he gave up a lot of the yards. Let's see how many actual interceptions he gave. I mean, how many touchdowns he gave up. I guess against the Broncos, you can count that one.
Ooh, good job, Jared.
The Patriots,
yeah,
when they got that pick six, they ran the exact same play but told the receiver to do a double move at the line of scrimmage, and he was wide open down the field.
Which one?
Against the Patriots. He got a pick six and they came right back at him the next play.
If you watch the clip, that wasn't on him. That was on the safety. He could have easily intercepted that.
Yeah, you watched that clip, boy. He said, no way.
I watched it. People talk about it a lot. So, but I'll tell you this, and then kind of like with Lamar, they're kind of like the same player. People talk about how like he didn't have that many passing yards overall when they comparing him like Justin Herbert and stuff. But the year he beat the Texans, what was that, 2019? Like they were blowing teams out. So you're not gonna throw the ball that much if you're blowing teams out. So that's kind of like that's how I feel about it.
Let me ask you: Do you think Sauce Gardner? You think he better than Trevon Diggs?
I'll say this. No, I think Patrick Surtain. If you want to say he's better, I'll give you that because this is his second year. I don't think a rookie can be better.
He looked good though. He looked good.
I think Sauce is really good. Like I watched him, he's pretty good. But I'm saying like I wouldn't say a rookie is better than a second or third year player in any position. like even at QB, I think you have to sustain it. I think you have to do it for multiple years before, just like with Jonathan Taylor. If they want to say he's better than Derrick Henry, you have to sustain it for more than 1 year before you can be better than someone who's been doing it for back.
Well, who's playing better this year, Sauce Gardner or your guy, Trevon Diggs?
I mean, Trevon is playing different this year, but I'll say Sauce is having a better year right now. He's having a better year. But
hey, Casey, we drafted a corner before Sauce Gardner. I love that.
Oh, dude, I was super confused. I was like, what are we doing here?
I love that. I love Texan plot. Texan plot's funny, bro. I tell you.
But that guy we got is not that bad.
I know, but he's not him.
Solid.
He's solid, but he's not.
Yeah,
not
him.
But the one corner, I'll say Patrick Surtain is like. If you want to say he's better than Trevon, I'll give you that. But
what about Jalen Ramsey?
Huh?
What about Jalen Ramsey?
Oh, he's overhyped.
Oh, I was saying like younger players.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey to me, like he ain't been no Jalen Ramsey type player. Like he's been giving up a lot of yards. You see what happened to him in the Super Bowl.
I thought people didn't care about yards.
Oh, that. He coming back at you.
That's what I'm telling you. Like if people judge Trevon for giving up a lot of yards, then why can't we do the same for Jalen Ramsey?
I do that for Jalen. I hate Jalen Ramsey.
People say Trevon is a bad cornerback. Then the same could be said for Jalen Ramsey. He gave up like.
But no, he's not a bad cornerback. Jalen Ramsey ain't bad. You can't say Jalen Ramsey bad.
Well, he gave up 200 in the Super Bowl. Gave up a touchdown. If Trevon Diggs did that exact same thing, it would have been a different story. But because it's Jalen Ramsey, nobody's gonna say much about it.
I mean, you gotta see what Trevon Diggs does in postseason games. You gotta see because Jalen Ramsey, besides that one, go ahead.
Jalen Ramsey done last year. He was the reason that Bucks were back in the game.
Yeah.
Mike Evans just ran right in front of him. Right in front of him. He didn't do nothing. He just ran right across his face.
Stephon Diggs, he gives up a lot of plays too. But of course, but Trevon Diggs, he's not a lockdown. That's not what we want. We had Byron Jones. Byron Jones was a lockdown corner.
Was he a lockdown corner?
You said who?
Was Byron Jones really a lockdown corner, or was that what y'all were calling him?
Yeah, no, he was definitely a lockdown corner.
I don't think lockdown. I don't know. He lockdown corner. He cool. He good. I thought.
Let me give him. Look for him.
I don't know.
Yeah, look it up. They gave up a lot for him. Byron Jones is definitely a lockdown. Trevon Diggs, he's not a lockdown. He's gonna get a lot just because of the way he plays.
Is he playing? Byron Jones playing? Who Byron Jones play for?
He played for the Dolphins.
Play for the Dolphins?
Yeah.
But he not seen as no top 5. If he locked down, I feel like he locked down. He probably top 5, top 10.
I think he's been hurt and stuff. Once again, once you leave the Cowboys, you lose your juice. It's like Space Jam. If you leave us, we taking it with you. If you was going to take your abilities with us.
You can't say that to DeMarcus Ware. He went to the Broncos and saw success.
But the Broncos are a historically great defense.
Because helpful of DeMarcus Ware.
That's true. But what about Robert Quinn? What's the guy that the Broncos just got? Y'all love taking up our trash pretty much. What's the other one? The one that just
Randy Gregory?
Huh?
Randy Gregory?
Randy Gregory. Once again, that's another. I don't know. Has he been playing good?
He's missed the last couple games, but the few games he's played, he did pretty well.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, good start.
Top 5?
No, I mean I don't know about that, but
no.
Yeah.
Kind of was.
Hey, John, do you ever regret if you had a shot to rewrite history and just root for any other team? Would you do it?
No, definitely no.
That's love. Wow, I would have freaking switched so quick. What the heck?
Y'all don't have nothing to hope for. Every year we have. There's really no years where it's kind of we just know we don't have any hope. I guess 2015, the year we got Zeke, that was probably it. But 2016, 2017, well, 2017 too. But every year feel like we're right where we need to be, and then we just fail. So just like now, we right where we need to be. But are we gonna do something in the playoffs? I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. So
second round, I get y'all second round. Something gonna happen I've never seen before again. But
it depends who they play because obviously the Eagles are gonna win that division. So it'd be you guys either play the South or I guess whoever wins the NFC South is who you guys will play.
So it's just I don't know. I don't see us. I don't know. Our defense is probably the best I've ever seen. Like just overall completeness, but I don't know. Like it's hard to say if we're gonna take it all away. Like if this was last year or the year before that or a few years before, I'll definitely say that it's our year. You know what?
Good for you.
No,
say it proud. Say it loud and proud so you can jinx it.
The same season that y'all lost our hope, that was the same season we lost our hope too. When we lost to the Eagles that year, oh my God, that was
wonderful. And y'all so freaking lucky that it was Christmas.
That was horrible. Like that's probably
no touchdowns.
No touchdowns. Bro, Casey, you remember, bro? Look, I always roasted these Cowboy fans that whole year. And Jared, you did help me because I remember they lost to the Jets. And one of the Cowboy fans, it was Sage. He tried to leave. We blocked him in. And I made sure in 15 minutes just unload and just roast him completely.
Yeah.
That Eagles game. Because I remember Lewis. My man was like, how are we going to lose to the Eagles? We ain't going to lose to the Eagles. Bruh, he's so lucky it was Christmas. I had no chance because it wasn't Christmas. I would unload so much hell on that man's soul. He's so lucky it was Christmas. And I couldn't really talk nothing because the next time we came and saw each other was when we faced the Chiefs. So I'm not in the mood anymore to talk because I freaking had the worst loss I've ever seen. So you lost my juice. It's tough. That's tough. Y'all lucky. Good for y'all.
The bad thing about that season was just the week. Like I think it was a week before that the Eagles lost to the Dolphins, and you remember that year the Dolphins were like, that's the year they were tanking. So
yeah, tanking for Tua.
Yeah, tanking for Tua, and so we should have definitely made the playoffs. The fact that we didn't that season was just like horrible. So now I haven't said it this year. You won't hear me say it anymore until we make the NFC. I'll think about it, but going forward, it's not our year. Like I said.
Say it one time.
No. They keep clipping it, then a couple months from now, you say, "Oh, I thought this was no." This we take it day by day now. So if we make it to the playoffs, I don't hold us losing to the 49ers as the way people, made it seem.
It's just how it happened.
49ers.
It's just how it happened.
Team, though, they almost took it to, they almost took it all away.
Hey, man.
That QB sneaked in y'all's game. That was like, damn. That's the Cowboy way to lose.
I almost broke my and a lot of people were mad at the refs. And I'm like, you can't be mad at the refs. Like, why would you even try that? Like, just throw the Hail Mary. Like, we lose because we threw a Hail Mary and we don't get it. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But you going to do a QB sneak and don't give your team a chance? Yeah, that hurt my soul. So
that's good, boy. I tell you. Did you say it was your year that year?
No, I didn't.
Dang. Okay, so it's
last year. No, I told you since the day.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Eagles, I damn near turned my jersey in. So.
But I threw my jersey in the trash, bro. I'm sorry. I threw my jersey in the trash, bro. Oh goodness gracious.
What kind of jersey was that?
It was freaking. I had a Foster jersey and a Hopkins T-shirt. I threw the Hopkins T-shirt easily in the trash. I don't have it no more. I for sure got rid of that. Couldn't take it. It's just. No, couldn't take it. Oh, get away from me.
This man that blocked him on Twitter.
Oh, I did block him on Twitter too. Yeah, I blocked his name. I didn't want to see his name. You can make sure certain words don't show up. So I put block Hopkins. I didn't want to see his face anymore. It was just so stressful. Bill O'Brien's an awful man, boy. He should go to jail for that. Casey, man, what is your oh crap. What is your hot take? Before I freaking lose my mind.
I mean, as pertains to football, I mean, people are giving a lot of hype to Justin Herbert every time I watch him play. I just don't see it.
John, have fun, man.
When he was at Oregon either. I was like, I don't know why he's going so high in the draft.
I'm with
Jared. You faced Justin Herbert. You faced Justin Herbert, Jared. Tell me what you think about him.
I mean, I kind of agree. Broncos normally split with the Chargers. We could have beat them our first game. We lost 19-16. Never looked great.
So, Casey, you think he's mid? You think he's average?
Yeah, I would say him and Davis Mills are about the same player. If you want to, they're about the same.
I don't agree with that, but
that's crazy. That's the craziest thing you've ever said. Yeah,
I watched Davis. They played head to head. They're 1-1 against each other.
No, but that's no.
Game.
That no.
Good game.
Huh?
I said
Davis Mills is
it was a great game. But that's the
Davis
thing.
Mills.
I'll say.
I mean, I'll say that every time, like Justin Herbert, like when he played the Cowboys, but that year he lost that game for him.
Oh yeah, that sack was nice. That was my
or the pick in the end zone, or that pick in the end zone he threw into just to a Cowboy player. I forgot who it was, but there was no Charger in sight.
So he had 2 picks. I know Diggs had to pick that game.
There was one in the end zone. It was in the fourth quarter. It was like 7 or 8 minutes left, and it was like the last time they got the ball too. You guys just ran the clock out on him, and put the final nail in the coffin. But he threw the ball towards the end zone. And there was nobody in sight. It was nothing but blue jerseys.
Yeah, so Jared, he's what do you rank him from top? Is he a top 10 quarterback? Tell all three of y'all. Is he a top 10 quarterback?
No.
Yes. I mean,
This year, yeah.
But like I said, like when people talk about the Cowboys, the one thing they hold over us is not being able to get it done in big games. If you're going to be a top 5 QB, which a lot of people rank him as, you have to win those games. You can't lose to the Texans. That game, if they would have won that game, I believe they would have clinched the spot in the playoffs. But you can't lose those games if you're a top 5 QB. You can't lose the games to the Raiders when the game is on the line. He had an opportunity to win it. He didn't get it done. If you're top 5, he would have those done. That's just
all he had to do. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I said that year all he had to do was beat us. That Raider game would have never mattered to him as long as he beat us the week before.
Right. So that's just my take on it. I mean, of course, obviously he's talented, but what good is talent if you can't succeed? It's like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers may be more talented, but Tom Brady just get it done.
So John, if you get Justin Herbert, if you gotta give up Dak and you get Justin Herbert, right? Would you do it?
No, not until I can see him like actually win, because that's the thing that they say about Dak. Dak doesn't win when it matters. So what am I trading for? Another person that's not winning? I was gonna say a loser, but I want you.
It'd be so harsh, man. Hey, Casey, what do you think? Would you take Justin Herbert right now over Davis Mills? And that should be a yes, like really quickly. But you had a very wild take, so go ahead and tell me.
To me, they're about the same player. They both lose
That's
games
crazy.
lose for their teams at the end.
That's an interesting thing.
At the end. Like I watched Davis Mills. We should have won at least 3 games this year, 3 more games, but he's lost it at the end for us. And you could flip it over, watch Charger games, and there's Justin Herbert doing the exact same thing.
I mean, what's the Chargers record? What's the Texans record? Like what?
I think they've only won like 3 games. We won 1.
I think they're
tied with 1.
I think they're.
What is the Chargers record? What's the Chargers record? They're 4-5.
I think so.
I
feel like
I'm looking up their record. There might be like 4 wins.
I think they're a decent team. I think they're like 5. Are they not 5-4 or something?
It's just the point. Like when it comes down to the end, do I trust him? Because even his rookie year, like they had a lot of games where they were up and then they end up losing.
But he set the touchdown record for a rookie though. Like it's cool.
Did he get to the playoffs?
No, he's a rookie at the same time. He's still a rookie, and he didn't play the first game because Tyrod Taylor always has to play the first game before the rookie comes in and then comes and plays very well.
What about last year? That's what I'm saying. Obviously, there's talent there, but there's a difference from being talented and winning.
But his division's also extremely hard too. He has to face like a team that's like the most plot-driven team ever in Kansas City. Like
the team is super stacked as well.
It's the Texans, and he had an opportunity to clinch the playoffs, and he didn't do it.
But that happens though, right? Like the Texans, we lost the freaking Broncos. We had Deshaun like 35-3 in Houston. Like good players,
ruin our chances of getting the one seed.
Yeah, like that. We literally did the same thing. We literally did the same thing. So that happens. Like it's terrible though. It's still. I'm not gonna.
Week or not the following week, but then he had another opportunity against the Raiders.
They're a division game. They're like equal. The teams are equal division game. Like yeah.
Okay. If that was Mahomes, do you think they would have won? If Mahomes,
Mahomes is better. Mahomes is better than Herbert for sure.
Yeah, but they're also. I've seen people say Herbert is better than Mahomes, and if you're a top 5 QB, no one would say Derek Carr's a top 5, right?
No.
If you're going to be a top 5, how can you lose those games?
The Raiders are a division. The Raiders made the playoffs, and they're a division rival. Could have been a tie. It could have been a tie. Huh?
Why did they make the playoffs?
by beating the Chargers that day.
Exactly. So you can't say they made the playoffs.
I think that was more of a coaching thing because if they tied, they would have both went to the playoffs as well.
I would have done that. I would have done that.
Yeah, that's what the Raiders. Yeah, Raiders were going to. They're just going to run out the clock, but then Chargers started calling timeouts.
Yeah,
and then the Raiders were like, okay, forget it then. Yeah.
Yeah, they sold. I would have been like, hey, boy, like, see y'all next week. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like that, bro. Hey, let's tie it up. Let's both be good friends, bro.
He had an opportunity to go out and win that game, and he just didn't get it done. That's my whole point. So, do you think he's a top 5 QB?
Yeah, I think he's top 5. Probably 5.
Right. Yeah,
well, I mean, hey, Casey, you think he's 30th or something? That's freaking Davis Mills. You think he's 30th?
20-ish.
I'll put him 15-ish. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. In order to be top 5, you have. Do you agree with that statement? In order to be a top 5 QB, you have to win those games. Because if you go like, let's look at top 5 last year. It was what Mahomes, obviously, Josh Allen. They're 1 and 2, and then
Allen, Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers was top 5 last year.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers. Who else?
Oh, that's about it, bro. Lamar, maybe Joe Burrow. You can say Joe Burrow. Burrow, you can put him.
Okay, then you got Burrow, and then 5th, you put him 5th, right?
Yeah, I just put him 5th, yeah.
And all those QBs made the playoffs, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I'm at the playoffs. So, he had an opportunity, he just didn't get it done. In my opinion, you can't be top 5 unless you succeed.
He's not top 5 this year. I don't think he's top 5 this year.
Not this year. I'm saying, they were saying he's top 5 going into the year.
Yeah, it makes sense. I got you. I know. But, like, Herbert, you look at his stats. You look at his passing yards. I know he's a passing. I know a lot of people are like, well, that's just stats. But, you know, the Chargers they're not even the best. They're not even the most loved team in their own city. So, like, you know, no one goes to those games. He has no fan support. All right. Like, then they play in a soccer stadium. Like what do you expect me to do? Like, what do you expect me to do, bro? Like, you know, it's hard, bro. Let me get 9 wins and do my thing, bro.
He gets love from NFL fans. Like, even if it's not just in the city, outside of the city, everybody loves him. There's no, like, nobody kind of hates him. Like, people hate on Mahomes. People hate on Lamar, Kyler, those QBs.
Kyler's fun to hate on. Kyler's fun. Yeah.
I haven't seen pay for Justin Herbert. Besides that time when they was talking about Dak, and, you know, that's the only time when
no one really talks about how he loses games.
Right.
He has no home field, though. Like, if he faces the Cowboys in L.A., it's a Cowboys home game. If he faces the 49ers in L.A., it's a 49ers home game. He got no home field. The other team got a fan base, then you're playing on the road every day. That's tough. Let me win my 9 games.
The 49ers travel everywhere. Like, even at the Cowboys Stadium, it was damn near half and half.
It's half, but in the Chargers game, it's a 90-10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their house.
You know why? Because he ain't winning. Once he start winning,
no, that's not it.
They're going to start coming to those games. Once you start winning, just like the Texans. I went to the Texans game against Philadelphia. Who did I see more? I saw a lot of Eagles fans. You know why? Because they're winning. If he start winning the games he need to win, you're going to get more fans. That's just how it goes.
The fans got to travel from San Diego. That's what they got to do. They should have stayed in freaking San Diego. They go travel from San Diego and go to freaking LA. That's all they going to do.
Oh, you right. I did forget they switched. Yeah,
and that's no. I like Justin. I'm your pal, man. Jared, you think he top 5? You said so, right?
This year?
Yeah. Well, not this year. Just okay. Total.
Last year, do you think he was
total?
Top 5?
No, I would have him like maybe 6 or 7. Top 10.
Here's a better question.
Not top 5.
Do you hold him not winning?
Take him or Tua?
What is that?
Gonna take him or Tua?
Tua's pretty good right now, though. That's actually a good question. At one point, it was easily Herbert. Now Tua's actually like dealing right now.
Yeah, Tua's going crazy. But I was saying, do you hold that against him not winning? Those games he should win. Do you hold that against him?
You talking about me?
No, I was asking Jared. I just want to know.
Partially, yeah. I know they're not run well. Chargers have never, no matter how talented they are, even when they had Phillip Rivers, they just didn't win.
They had a year when they had the number 1 defense and number 1 offense and didn't make the playoffs. That's crazy. They had the number 1 defense in the league and number 1 offense in the league and did not make the postseason because they had the worst special teams of all time. That is a very stupid thing to have.
Yeah.
But with the Tua question, Tua this year is dealing. I will probably take this year's Tua, but that's only more. I feel like it's more of a Miami system type of thing. Like you have like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and the head coach is like really good at calling plays. And I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like if Justin Herbert was in that system, he would still be pretty good too. I think he'd still be pretty lit in that system. I don't know. That's my take.
Coach over there.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams ain't Tyreek Hill though, or Jalen Waddle.
You got Keenan Allen, and Mike Williams.
He don't play. Keenan Allen don't play.
We're talking about last year when he.
But
aren't they both out right now? Aren't Keenan Allen and Mike Williams out?
Yeah, like I don't think they playing right now. She can't even like. They have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle's a crazy two receivers just to have.
Yeah.
Like Tyreek Hill's just for some reason always behind everyone, even when they know not to let that happen. And if he's not behind you, then you have Jalen Waddle just running around too. That's freaking crazy to stop. The Dolphins going to the Super Bowl, man. No, I'm lying. Let me stop. Let me chill out. Everybody chill out.
Did they beat the Bills?
They did beat the Bills.
Yeah, beat the Bills.
Every game
they sure did. Jets sure did beat the Bills.
The Bills gonna lose. The Bills not. I think Bills not gonna be as hype. Remember, I told you a couple weeks ago that it was like the plot was the Chiefs and the Bills. I don't know. My man got a UCL injury. I don't know where that's at. It's somewhere in your freaking arm. I don't know where the UCL is. But they said that sounds like it could be some. If you don't treat that, it could be some Tommy John stuff. That's some baseball stuff, and that gets you out for a year. That's like death if you're a pitcher. And obviously, Josh Allen throws the ball, so you can kind of equate that, right? So, and Case Keenum, maybe Case Keenum gets you like a couple wins in the next 2 or 3 weeks, but.
Yeah, I did beat the Jets to win the East.
The Cowboys and they had their backup in there.
What'd you say?
I said you saw what happened. The Cowboys had their backup out there.
They may need to rush.
You know what I'm saying?
It saved their season.
Won't miss it. Be the next Josh Allen.
But that's crazy. I don't know what you just said. That's crazy. That's interesting what you just said. But like, if Case Keenum can't win, like that Bills team should win with Case Keenum. Like if you can't win with Case Keenum, then you're not as good as you thought you were. Because Case Keenum been to an NFC Championship. Like he has experience in the league. He was terrible for us. Because of course he was like 0-8 with us. You remember that case. But on other teams he's doing good. So good for him. But he should be able to win 2 out of the next 3 games. But yeah, Jared, you said the Jets would win, and I'm surprised. Zach Wilson's an awful quarterback. Awful. He's awful. But they winning though.
Number 2 overall pick.
Defense looking good.
You got Sauce Gardner, man.
Yeah.
Best corner in the game right now, bro. I'm gonna let that sit. I don't know. I'm just let that sit there. I'm gonna let that sit there. And the Dolphins, I don't know. I feel like the Jets. Jared, if you get that, I'm gonna give you $20 if you're correct. I just feel like rewarding you because that's crazy. The Jets actually make the and obviously it's on video, so you can you're fine. But yeah, the Jets actually win the division because that's pretty freaking crazy. Because Zach Wilson's so terrible as a player.
When did he say that?
2 weeks ago on the last podcast.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He said that, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because
they still got the Patriots. Patriots aren't that far behind them. They just smacked the Jets.
They did, yeah. That was right before that game.
The division game.
I think they were like a game out from behind them or something like that.
Yeah. They got the second best division behind the NFC East.
Because NFC East, they full of Super Bowl champions right now, man. I don't know who to pick. Everyone has a chance.
But Washington was kind of scaring me though, because they was like coming back. They almost beat the Vikings and stuff. So I was like, dang, that's. Yeah.
No, they're not good. The Washington Commander team skins are not good, man.
You said
they're funny. They're a funny team themselves.
And Daniel Snyder should be canceled. Should have been canceled probably like 10, 15 years ago. But he got dirt on other owners, and that's just a ton of terrible karma. So like.
They traded a 2nd round pick just to end up going with Taylor Heinicke for Carson.
Yeah, and he's playing a lot better.
And he's playing better than Carson Wentz. And the Commanders, I wish they turned into the Red Tails. That would have been cool if they were watching the Red Tails, but they're not going to be cultured like that. They're not going to do that to me. They're not going to do that for me. But the Commanders, it's wraps. They'll never win. So it's just those 3 teams. I fully expect that if any team was going to be good, it's never going to be the Commanders. RG3 was their last chance, bro.
No, I thought they had a chance. That was it last year when they got Fitzpatrick and they really went to the playoffs the year before just strictly on defense.
They made the playoffs, huh?
2020.
That's so stupid. They did make the playoffs. That is so random.
And they made it strictly on defense.
That was the NFC.
Straight off defense.
Yeah.
They really won that division?
They were like Eagles 7-9 or 6-10 or something like that. There was that year.
Yeah.
Something like that. They went 7-9 or 6-10.
Yeah, they had one like 6 straight or something like. Well, maybe not 6, but they had one. They had one on this crazy win streak. That was the year that the Eagles had set Jalen Hurts. They were beating, I believe, Washington. They were beating some team, and then they sat them. And since they sat him, the Eagles end up losing, and the Giants end up not being able to make it to the playoffs. But if they would have played Jalen Hurts the whole game, and they would have beat.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
they tanked right.
The Giants fans were heated.
They tanked, like, yeah.
Bro, if I'm the Eagles, why would I want to win and get a
worst
draft pick
for you? Yeah, like to help the Giants. Like that made no sense.
The Giants fans were heated. To me, it was funny.
But they ended up trading that pick away anyways to the Dolphins.
Oh, well, either way it goes, it was pretty funny. I mean, I feel like we would do that to the Eagles. We probably wouldn't do it to the Giants, but we would definitely do that to the Eagles.
Y'all got the best rivalries. Y'all do. Y'all, the NFC East, y'all got the best rivalry. Y'all are funny facing each other. All y'all teams are just hilarious when y'all face. Y'all just have the best troll tactics against each other too. I remember, what was the game? I don't remember, but like Michael Irvin had like a career-ending injury with his neck, and then the Eagles fans were cheering. That's very petty.
Yeah, that's crazy. Eagles, as an organization, as a city, everything about them is just bad.
So you hate Philadelphia? Is that like Philadelphia? You hate the city of Philadelphia?
I hate the stairway that Rocky was running on. I hate all of that. The Giants, to me, I do like the Giants for some reason. Like, they just chill. It's that person. He kind of your enemy, but they just chill. So they don't talk much. They don't say. The Eagles, they gonna let you know. Like, they gonna tell you trash. They gonna say everything. But the Giants, they just,
I mean, you gotta prove something against the Eagles. You gotta prove, because the Eagles, they've seen a Super Bowl. If they're your age, a person that's your exact same age, right, living in Philadelphia can come and tell you, "I've seen a Super Bowl, buddy." You haven't. So they went to 2.
They went to 2.
They went to 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same. They got their revenge against the same team, same quarterback too.
Yeah. So there you go.
You gotta prove something.
Yeah. But
you gonna beat them this year? You gonna beat them this year?
Yeah, we'll beat them. Hopefully.
When you gonna play?
Almost got me again. Hopefully behind it.
I thought he was gonna say that was gonna be beautiful. That'd be beautiful, because I would have clipped that for sure and see if that aged well, just to see if that would age well. But they face them probably in like 3 weeks or so. I think 3 or 4 weeks.
24. So somebody Christmas is getting canceled.
Ooh.
Is that a Saturday game?
I don't know.
That's Saturday. Christmas on Sunday.
Well, then yeah, we play them the 24th, I believe.
Christmas Eve.
Is that one in Philly or is it in Dallas?
It's in Dallas. We already played in Philly. So
if Jalen Hurts go off against y'all, that's tough. There's a couple people that you need to beat. You need to beat Aaron Rodgers tomorrow for sure. That's crazy if you don't. That team's awful. You need to beat us, because everyone should beat us. I don't know how we feel the football team. And freaking you need to for sure beat the Eagles, because there's a lot of plot. The plot thickens with that. There's a lot of storylines.
I don't care we lose them again. I just don't need them to go undefeated.
Because they gonna talk so much mess to you.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah. But there's no team in the NFC that's like a threat to them besides us.
Maybe the Giants.
Have they played the Giants yet?
No, I don't think so. I can't remember.
Yeah, you have to see that one.
But I'm just saying, like, there's no team, like in the AFC, you got Mahomes. Like, if you're going against Mahomes, there's a chance that you more than likely gonna lose. There's no team in the NFC. It would be Brady, but this year they're kind of. And then the Rams last year, but the Rams are kind of, So there's no team. Maybe the 49ers. Oh, yeah, they just got Christian McCaffrey, so maybe the 49ers probably stop them. I don't know. But there's no team. It's like, yeah, we about to stop them. Don't worry.
So I got you. This will be the final question. I want just a quick question too. what for current what you currently see? What is your Super Bowl picks? Who do y'all pick to be in Super Bowl? I say Eagles Chiefs. That's what I'm throwing out. That sound like I F with that. I feel that. That's a good safe pick for me too. I think Mahomes only so much plot. Like the last few years he hasn't won. I think Mahomes goes back. I think that Jalen Hurts is on his MVP vibe. He probably wins league MVP, and I know Eagles fans are gonna really get on John for sure. I know, but I think the Chiefs beat the Eagles in a close one in the Super Bowl. Though. Who else?
Hey, give me the Ravens. Ravens and 49ers.
That's very different.
Yeah.
That is very different.
Yeah.
I'm the Ravens and 49ers.
Somebody tore the ACL, I guess. That's very different. All right, Jared, who you pick?
I'm going to go Bills. And... man, probably the Cowboys. I'm going to go Bills Cowboys.
Wow.
I know,
90s
right?
remake. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, if the Cowboys win that, we're going to have to go into hiding. Because
Mm-hmm.
that is going to be some toxic... Wow.
I'm going to definitely take a world tour. I'm stopping in Austin. I'm stopping everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and go to Philly. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely taking a world tour. California, everywhere.
That
I didn't get beat up a few times.
That's good toxicity. All right, Casey, what's your Super Bowl pick?
Chiefs Niners.
Oh,
If you would
rematch.
have asked me about a week ago, it would have been Bills Niners.
Oh, you just picked the Niners. The Niners just better than everyone in the NFC. Huh?
Well, when I saw they traded for Chris McCaffrey, I was like, well, that's the missing piece. They usually figure it out. This is usually how their season goes. They start off rough, and then they pick it up as the seasons go on. I've noticed.
Yeah.
Jimmy G gets another chance at it, and he's probably going to lose again, too.
Yeah, that loss to Mahomes is crazy. That was the first time I ever said that. You know, they always say defenses win championships. That was the first time that we actually got to see, like, that's not really the case.
Yeah,
was it against the Broncos, Jared, when he threw he did a safety, but he threw a pick six at the same time?
Yeah.
I thought it was either that one or the Colts. I don't remember who he played, but I was like, what is that?
He just wanted to give up points. He said, I just want to give up points today, bro. I just got to give up points today. We're going to make sure. That's hilarious. Well, thank you all for joining here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the video for more content like this. Remember to look into the description and the comment section to get the timestamps. Thank you all for joining, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.